Okay, so now we're done with keying and we're moving on to reviewing and the time mapping effect. So for our ghost, of course, we don't have enough footage, and we definitely want to trim out the performance. We're going to use time remapping, which basically allows you to change the speed of the layer at different points, all right, or different sections. So now I'm just going to make sure that I have all of the layers visible, and we'll just review it just to see what the performance looks like. Of course, we still have to trim the extraneous footage, but just for now, we kind of have the action, timing, and sequence where we want it. At this point, you're pretty much done. And now you see at that point here that we see the ghost prior to the punch. We don't want that. So one of the effects we'll do is we're going to mask to hide that ghost. And then we're also going to change the time remapping on the ghost. All right, so let's do our time remapping, and then we'll do our masking so we don't see him, the ghost. All right, so we'll just go to that layer, select it, and then you want to go to Layer, Time, Enable Time Remapping, and immediately you will get keyframes for the beginning and the end. So we just want to create our own keyframes where we want the action to slow down or speed up, or pause for that matter. So I'm going to put a keyframe in by using my keyframe maker button right here, not the on and off switch. That'll erase your keyframes. All right, so I'll put a keyframe here. And you know what? I'm going to undo that, and I'm going to use N to go to the beginning. So I basically use the shortcut I, and that goes to my endpoint, the very beginning of that trim layer. And now I will put in the keyframe. All right. So we still have his action going. And what I'm going to do is just visually try to time and match when he's at his peak in as far as the jump goes. I think that's good right there. All right, so I'm going to put in another keyframe, and now I've marked basically the points of his performance. What I'll do is now I want that speed to stay the same, or actually freeze. So I'm going to make a copy. And put it right there. So now we have a freeze frame because the speed is identical for that whole section of the time remapping. And if you want to see the graphic version, you can hit the graphic editor, and you can see that the speed is flat. Nothing's happening. It's at 0. No slope, so no speed. So basically, we get our little freeze frame. All right, I'm going to turn that off. And because the clip ends, we don't see the rest of it. I'm going to extend it now. Actually, I'm going to also extend the freeze frame section. There we go. So now we just have more footage, and we can use the puppet tool later to move that freeze frame. All right, so I'm going to hit save because I feel pretty good about that. And now we had the issue of seeing him pop up before the punch. Remember, we only see the ghost after the punch because he's being hit out of the body. So we shouldn't see the ghost until impact. So what we're going to do is keyframe a mask around the punchee to hide the ghost.